Hi, how's it going?
Good. You got my badge and everything?
Sure thing. Can I see an ID?
Yep.
And then did you get the CDH or the Commander?
Just the regular Commander one. Okay, we'll see how well the audio works for this. We are at SCG Con. You guys have been seeing some of the footage we've been, putting together for the video. We are playing in the Modern event right now. It is Friday. We got to play against Boros Energy round 1. Very fast, very aggressive deck. We got blown out by a 2-0 there. We did the best we could. We got to do some shenanigans with some of our invert polarity, got to steal some cards, but it wasn't enough. Flage just was too powerful. We had a Murktide for a little bit there. That worked out really well. I decided to be greedy and only put 3 counters on it to make it a 6-6, and then it just got destroyed by Flage, ETB, and attack trigger, so it was like rough. So now we know to make sure that our Murktide is at least 7 power going into it there. It's one of those that's like, we had engineered explosives in the board to help us out. We've got a place of the lightning bolts, galvanic blast, but even with all that removal, it wasn't enough. That's why a lot of players have been running the Jeskai, wizard deck instead of the Is It Wizard deck. So it was very cool to see kind of that. This is the first time we played against Energy in person, so we had to do a little bit of practice and grind, and we definitely learned a little bit more about the matchup going forward here. But really excited. We got a couple more rounds to go, so we'll keep giving you guys updates in between each of the rounds. All right, round 2 done at the Modern event, and we lost to Red-Green Eldrazi. We did our best. We couldn't get any of our consigned to memory sideboard cards or our Blood Moons we brought in. We had to fight through 2 Emrakuls, got rid of one of them. We had to fight through 3 World Breakers. It was a rough one. We did a lot of work, put in a lot of effort in it. It was fun. It was just like too much hate to fight through. Like once we got rid of the first Emrakul, we are okay. Second one, we couldn't get through. Actually, it was the third one because we tried to invert polarity the second one and wanted to steal it, but we couldn't steal it. We ended up countering it, and then the third one came out, and we're like, "Yep, not much we could do." But we did get to utilize Tamiyo this time. We did get to be able to. We missed a trigger though on flipping it because I drew 2 cards, and for some reason in my brain I was thinking it was end of turn, and it was not end of turn. It's whenever you draw your second card. So we missed getting a Tamiyo Planeswalker online earlier. So a couple mistakes in there, but still feeling all right going into it. We're 0-2 at the moment, but haven't played in a bigger Modern tournament in a while, so it's good to be able to play. And we're playing so many different decks, so I'm having fun playing Is It Wizards. If I played again, I would bring a different deck. I did bring a couple of different decks, but I would probably register a different deck. But it's been fun playing, so let's see how round 3 goes. Okay, round 3 in the books. We played against a Tronless. We're just destined to be fighting against big mana decks today, I guess. But we got to play against somebody by the name of Senpai, and they were awesome to be able to chat with. Not the Senpai from Rebels LGS stuff, but still, very, very cool guy. He came out and was playing in Lorcana earlier today and wanted to be able to play for the Modern stuff, so we got to get the victory over Eldrazi. Invert polarity, MVP in this matchup, sealing Eldrazi really saved my life a lot. Worked out really, really well. So was able to get the kind of snap shenanigans to get the win in the end there. So very cool. At least that was how it worked out in game 1. Game 2 worked out pretty well with just kind of the slow burn using my Tasha's Tide Binder stuff and doing that kind of stuff there. So very, very cool for round number 3. So we're sitting right now with a 1-2 record here. 2 more rounds to go, hoping to kind of finish strong and get the last 2 wins and let you guys know how the rest of the tournament is going. So. All right, round 4 is in the books, and we ended up having an epic match against Blue-White Artificer Thopter combo. It was an amazing match. Game 1 was like 25 minutes grind, kind of land go, stifling all of his stuff, being able to counter a bunch of his stuff until he got out his Cavern of Souls. So it was very fun, lots of removal stuff. Game 2, he was able to play Cauldron Complete, and I tried to stop it from coming out, and he hit me with the Flare of Solitude, and I was blown out by it, completely destroyed. Game 3, very, very close one until it got late. We were very low life, both of us. Very grindy one. He was able to resolve a Teferi. I couldn't get it off the table, even with a little bit of damage, a couple of bolts, not enough to actually kill it off. And so on his following turn, he was able to untap, do the Sword of the Meat combo, had Urza out, and I was done. So awesome to lose to the Thopter combo. For those that didn't know, I played it a little bit when Modern Horizons 3 first came out. I was running Tameo in there for a bit, just for the extra draws and clues and stuff like that, but he was not on that. Was running still the Esper Sentinels, but the Flare of Solitude, MVP of the match. It saved him a lot of times there, so really, really cool there. We got 1 more round to go, hoping to finish up with a 2-3 record here for Modern, and then we've got, of course, One Piece tomorrow, which we'll be telling you all about how that's going to go, as well as kind of hunting for other Magic cards when Ruben joins us for that. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, Modern event is in the books. We got to play against Dimir Murktide in the final round. Very close games, went 1-2 against him. Got to, again, invert polarity, stole his Murktide that he had as a lovely little 8-8 to close out a game. Got blown out by Tameo's ultimate, got hit with it, and then he's like, well, here's the Psychic Frog, and I'm just going to discard 6 enough to make my Frog 16/16 and kill you in 1 turn. It's just like, I can't do anything about that. That's very good. I had a lot of fun being able to play Is It Wizards. It was, Blood Moon did some work, got to mess with some people. Invert Polarity was the MVP of the event. The deck is not as good in the current meta, but it's a fun deck to play. If you like a control deck and you don't want to spend the money on Flage and, that sort of thing, this is one to consider picking up. I might switch more to the Dimir side of things because Psychic Frog and Death Shadow and things like that is what I would play. I played back in the day, so I might play some of that more. Might just jam some Yawgmoth for a while, but going to be pivoting off of Is It Wizards, but it was fun to be able to jam it for this event. So, yeah, that's our recap of Modern. Let's see how day 2 goes. SCG Con is underway. We are doing the One Piece event. I, of course, had my worst matchup round 1. Ruben had his worst matchup round 1.
Oh, great.
I had to fight against Black Yellow Luffy. He had the 2K counter to get out of the last attack. He got to just chain sabos together, so all my KO effects were useless. So it was like, well, it came down to one last turn. Couldn't get it with his 2K counter swinging in when he had a 9K leader, because that's why the deck sucks to fight against. Gecko Moria is just all about a bunch of 5K bodies and trying to swing in and do stuff. Couldn't work out so well. Ruben, you got to fight against Bonnie.
Hey, don't forget that she has an activated ability. It works wonders.
It works wonders. So Ruben's on Yamato, and it was like, oh, I can't attack with my lead because Bonnie will just rest it. So he got there. But we got our worst matchups out of the way round 1. Now we're just going to win it out the rest of it, and it's going to work out great. So
X and 1, baby.
X and 1, that's the plan. But yeah, it's pretty good. There's 20, how many? 20 exactly. 20 exactly people just playing in the 2K event. So if I don't know, we gotta win out if we want to try to get top 8. Is the hope. So hopefully we just get better matchups for the rest of it. We saw some Enel players. I saw a Boa. Lots of different players running around, so lots of variety. A red purple law makes sense. Yeah, so it's a nice diverse set of decks so far, but we'll see, because there's only about a minute left before they go to time in round 1, so we'll let you know how the rest of the rounds go. Okay, round 2 in the books. We both got again. Ruben's is, I feel like, worse than mine. I don't know.
I don't know. Up for debate. But,
up for debate.
Swung out. Thought I had game. Won a counter with 15K counters.
15K counters. He was playing against a Reiju player, right?
Yeah. Apparently notorious for having counters. Unknown. That's a lot. That's a lot. Some people don't run it, that much. So
yeah.
Anyway.
So he got. I had to fight against Nami. I got by them doing a event card that gave their leader plus 1,000 until the end of turn. They played 3 of them, announced the card, and just laid it on the battlefield, and I swung in with a 7K, not realizing the plus was until end of turn. So I got going, oh, that's a legal attack. You can't, that doesn't count. Instead of me, because I hadn't loaded up, that was my first Dawn attack of going, all right, or second Dawn attack. I was like, all right, I'll swing in for a 7. Here's another 7 coming at you. Oh, sorry. That attack is canceled out, legal attack. So I got him to 0 life, but they drew on a counter on the last turn. I was like, yep, better lucky than good, Nami players. I don't know. Nami's a cool deck, but it's like, yeah, it's right. Nami's a cool deck. It's cool to see it at the tournament. There's a lot of Bonnie. There's a lot of Lucci. We've seen a sprinkling of red purple law. So we'll see. We're going to see if we can just kind of win out the rest. That's the hope. X and 2. That's our plan, right? One Piece round 3.
Sadness on the stack.
03 gang hanging out today. We are.
Not looking good. Trigger's not happening. Hit 0 triggers, so that felt great. Lost to Lucci.
Yeah. Lucci's tough. I got to fight against Abani. Basil Hawkins were overwhelming. I had to fight down 3 of them. Saw 0 Peronas that game, so couldn't do any hand disruptions. We did our best to try to fight through it, but Bonnie's pretty good. Tapping me down, keeping me at bay. Checks out. So we're 03 right now in the One Piece. Here having fun. We'll see if we probably do one more. Maybe we'll fight each other.
Do we drop?
Yeah. Do we do the drop-in? Who knows?
Tuned.
Round number 3 is in the books, and we got to fight against our hardest matchup yet. The guy that was weakening himself by not using a playmat finally brought out his playmat in the round. So yeah, I got to play Ruben in round 3. Yamato versus Moria, and got with that Hody Jones shenanigans there. No, he played fairly well. He got so many triggers. You probably saw more triggers in that game than any other. I saw no Peronas. It made it real tough. I think I activated Moria twice that game. I was just not really finding the tools I needed there. So that was round 3. Was that round 3? Round 4?
Round 4.
Round 4. One more round. Let's see how it goes. Let's do it. we're doing some modern events now. The One Piece didn't go as well for us. We didn't make top 8. You know, we tried our best, but it didn't work out for us. So now we're playing some modern. I'm switching it up from what I was playing yesterday. We're not playing Is It Wizards. Today we're playing Birthing Ritual Yawgmoth. Ruben is with us here, still rocking it. He's doing Burn, Boros Burn. You got to play against Amulet Nadu.
Yep, what a smash up.
So let's combine these two powerful decks together and see what happens. So I had a good game. Went 1-2 for you?
Yep, 1 and 2, 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
We'll take it.
All right. So I ended up playing against the Mardu Energy. Played one of the guys from the Hive Mind, another YouTube channel over there. So shout out to them. Great game. Very, very close at the end. Did my best. Was able to Narcomentia and strip the Phlages out of there. But, you know, the energy flying over top of me just made it really hard. I had some Sheldred draining and gaining for quite a bit of the game there. But tough first round loss, but that's okay. We got a couple more rounds to go, and we'll keep you updated about how the Modern goes. All right, round 2 of Modern. Again, I'm going for the revenge this time because I'm fighting against Ruben this time. This time it's Modern, so maybe I have a better chance than the One Piece that he'd stomped me in earlier. We'll see. We'll let you know. Okay, round 2 in the books, and we were able to get the revenge. We took Ruben out.
Tear.
Now the Yawgmoth shenanigans worked really well. He tried to kill a bunch of creatures. He had a bunch of Eidolons out at one point that we were able to work our way through, so it worked out well. Currently 1-1. So we got the revenge with Magic over the One Piece. Ruben is up leading in the One Piece matches. I'm up leading in the Magic matches. But we still have one more round of Modern to go before we take a lunch break, come back, maybe play some Commander, maybe play some Bloom Burrow stuff, maybe do all kinds of stuff. Maybe more shopping, because we did do some buy-in of things. That is one of the things. Maybe we'll show off some of the cards later, but got some cool updates for y'all. Keep you guys posted on the next stuff. All right, so we are hanging out in the command zone right now. You guys can see there's a CEDH event going on right now. We're not playing in that. We're going to be doing a special PvE event versus the Dragon. So we're going to see what that's like. It's like a 3v1 type deal, I guess. That's coming up soon around 4:30. But we got to do a little bit of a shopping trip. So I want to show you guys a little bit of my haul of the goodies that I've gotten so far this weekend. So let's show you guys what we've gotten. All right. Was trying to avoid it for as long as possible, but we decided Shadowborn Apostle, it's time. Let's start to make a Shadowborn Apostle deck. So picked up a nice cool art. We'll start getting some of the regular arts and slowly maybe update them or just get a mix and match. We'll see what happens with that. So we're going to turn our Etheros God deck into a Shadowborn Demon deck. Picked up some stuff for Modern for my Prowess deck. One of that old art, Lava Dart. I have a Prowess deck. You guys have seen it. There's also a couple other stuff I want to do with this. I have a few cubes that I'm working on that are going to use Prowess, so I was like, a play set for $4. I'll do it. Why not? The lands, you guys have already seen the Reliquary Tower, but picked up some of the other additional lands. I'm always picking up Triomes pretty much at every event I go to because I'm using them in cubes. I'm using them in Commander. Speaking of cube, I've got a new art for Balance. I really like that one. I'm working on an energy cube right now, so I've got this Rogue Refiner foil. I'm going to replace the non-foil one. Picked up some new legendaries, so maybe we'll turn those into commanders or just put them in the 99 or something, who knows. But, you know, picked up a couple of goodies here. Some One Piece stuff for my buddy Jaime, the Alt Art Baby 5 for his Bonnie deck, so we got that. And then, of course, just Commander staples that are worth picking up. Kodama's Reach, the different art, I like that one. Old school Felwar Stone, Nature's Lore, gotta love it. Ruben's working on updating the art for all of his artifacts right now, adding in new additions to his stuff. It's really cool. I mean, it's like and now it's so obvious. Yeah. Like when you have something that's not the old art for it. But this of course is Jan deck that he's got there. So
26, not including Jan, then art and retro.
Oh, okay. So it's trying to go all retro all the time here. So I love it, love it. So yeah, we're hanging out in the command zone, doing more stuff. We'll let you guys know what the Dragon event is all about. All right, so we're doing the Dragon's Lair event. So there are these 3 sheets here. Our goal is to deal 100 damage to this dragon. Dragon's not here yet. We have to piss it off enough so it'll show up. It's supposed to be designed for 3 players, but Ruben and I are rocking the 2-player edition. So we're gonna see how well this works out for us. Could be very hard. You can see kind of the actions we can do these in addition to our normal stuff. Instead of it just being discarding a card though, that's been changed to exile a card, or pay 2, or pay 2, or pay 2. So we can be able to create stuff and be able to do it. There are, of course, different actions that they get to be able to do. Lash out, combat phase, all these different things. Enrage the dragon, right? They also get these little whelps, these little kobold priests, and our special rules and stuff. We start with 40 life, just like a commander game, that kind of fun stuff. Block and attack, cool, yeah. Special rules. Dragon's Lair may only be attacked when it's enraged, not currently enraged. In order to enrage it, we got to roll those 2d6. If the result is less than the number of rage counters when the Dragon's Lair transform, which means that these are going to flip over to the other side, and this one's going to flip over to the other side, and there's even harder encounters and stuff to be able to do. So we're going to see how it goes. You're rocking out some Voltron. I don't know what I'm going to play yet, but we're gonna figure it out. So let's get into it and see how this goes. Okay, we just did our Dragon Lair adventure. You got to see a little bit of it.
We got slayed.
We got slayed. We were a turn away from winning. But, you know, we played on hard mode because there was 2 of us. They kept telling us...
We did not have a full party.
We didn't have a full party for it. You know, the dragon was victorious for this. But we took pictures of all the cards related to the dragon event so we could replicate it and do it again. Now we're going to go check out the prize wall and do some exploring. So
bring more than a wizard and a knight with you next time.
Yeah, it's not gonna get a full party. All right, we're done. Whew. End of day 2. What'd you think of Baltimore SCG compared to Richmond? Because you went to both.
Yeah, compared to, I think this one was nicer, had a bigger spread of events.
Yes.
Which is really cool to see. Played some new format.
Yeah, the dragon one was pretty cool.
Right. Other than that, I think the artist pool at Richmond was better.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. So, you know, every place got its ups and its downs.
Yeah.
But all in all, hell of a time.
Yeah, good event though. We got to we played a lot too in tournaments this time, where I feel like we didn't do as much tournament stuff last time. We got to do sealed and stuff like that, so very cool. But yeah, we'll do a full recap of more stuff soon, guys. It's too loud out here.